Dog Pound, what's up? We back. This video we're going to learn how to get a seller's motivation in less than 60 seconds. The mistake most people make when they go into these calls is they don't even have a game plan. They don't know that the motivation is the most important thing to get, right? So me, when I know that if all I need to know if somebody is a actual seller, a motivated seller or not, is their motivation, that's what I'm going to look to discover as fast as possible. So I put together the smoothest script to be able to get a seller's motivation within 60 seconds without them even knowing. Like, you don't even have to ask, why do you want to sell? Like, you don't even have to ask. It literally just comes up in the conversation. It's very natural, and the sellers tell me their motivation every single time within the first 60 seconds of the call. And the secret is the occupancy, right? Who is currently living in this property? Is it rented? Is it vacant? Is the seller living there? Because once I get the answer to that question, once I know who the hell is living in this property right now I can take it any direction that I want to figure out what the motivation is. And now when I ask these questions, it's like we just led right into it, right? So for instance, if the property is rented, right? I can say something like, I can get into how long the tenants have been there. Are they currently paying, right? Then I'm gonna act super confused. Man, what's got you looking to sell one of your rental properties? I'd never imagine selling one of mine, right? Unless, that's all I say, I'll never imagine selling one of mine. What's got you looking to sell yours? And it just came up in conversation. I'm super curious, super interested, right? Let's say this is vacant, a vacant property. I can say, okay, have you bought it vacant? I can figure out what was his plan? What was this person's plan when they first bought it? How long has it been vacant for? Was it vacant for 3 months, right? Like, what happened to get this property vacant? And why are you not putting a tenant in there or selling this on the market, right? And then I'm going to ask, like, I mean, what's got you looking to sell this at all, right? Why not just put a tenant in there? Why not just make money, right? Why don't you carry out the original plan you had when you first bought the property, right? And then if they're living in the property, right, if this is their primary residence, I'm going to figure out how long have they been living there. And then once I figure out how long they've been living there, if it's been 10 years, 20 years, right? Let's say it's 20 years. 20 years. Oh my goodness, that's such a long time. Why after 20 years are you now looking to sell this property? And if it's recent, 3 months, 6 months, oh wow, 6 months, why are you looking to sell so soon? Right? And it all came up in conversation. This is a simple, easy conversation where it doesn't feel forced, right? And if motivation is the most important part of the call, why am I leading the conversation off trying to figure out the condition? So many people say, oh, I want to get the condition because it gets the seller to open up. It gets their guard down a little bit. No, the hell it doesn't. Everybody else is asking about the condition every single day. You sound like an amateur. You sound like everybody else who's been wasting their time, right? I want to know who is currently living in this property. Who is here right now? Because once I know who's here right now I can then determine what their game plan was for originally and why they're not carrying it out now, right? What's going on that's making them want to sell this property. So with that being said, I'm going to show you how this works in live action. I got my dog Nick with me. We're going to get into a role play and show you how it's done the right way. This tactic alone has helped my team close way more deals than we were before we were using it. Right? It makes it sound way different than you because you're sounding like everybody else talking about the condition and what kind of paint is on the wall and what needs to be fixed. No, that's bullshit. If you want to practice this and learn more techniques like this, join the Dog Pound Discord because we role play every single day. We do call calibrations. I'll see you in there. All right, so this is going to be a really short, simple role play. I don't know you. This is our first time talking. Yeah. I am trying to uncover your motivation. Just be motivated. Just be natural. We're just going to have a natural conversation.
All right, let's do it.
All right, cool. So you have a motivation in mind, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So ring.
Hello?
Nick, what's going on? This is Daryl. Did I catch you at a bad time?
Nah, Daryl, what's going on?
Hey, bro. So I wanted to give you a call, confirm some of the notes that I do have. You spoke with somebody on my team about selling this property on Main Street. I can't see here, man. Is this property one you're living in? Is this vacant? Is this a rental property?
Yeah, I'm living in it, yeah.
You're living in it. Awesome. How long you been living here for?
3 months.
3 months?
Yep, yeah, I actually just bought it. Yeah, not too long ago, man.
Man, what's got you looking to sell so soon?
Man, I really just didn't anticipate it. I moved in pretty fast, got a good deal, and, you know, the neighborhood's absolutely horrible.
The neighborhood's absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I can't raise my kids in this environment. I will not do that.
Man. I just found the motivation, right? Like, and now it's my job to dig deeper, right? I'm going to continue to dig and figure out those 5 parts of those motivation, right? But do you see how how did that feel? Did that feel like it was forced at all?
Nah. You made a friend and you figured out the problem really quickly, right? Instead of talking about the condition and then going on some other bullshit, now you have guided questions towards their genuine problem.
It almost makes sense to ask the question, right? It's almost like if I don't ask the question, it's like I wasn't listening.
Well, and I want to touch on that because I'm one of the people, right, that was taught by Daryl, and I just use this occupancy question like it's nothing. And now after him talking about it, it's like, oh, we really were putting sauce on him, and this is something that people are not doing, guys. So if you don't start with the occupancy, like, send this video to people because he hasn't said this at all. And I mean, if you've heard the calls, you can watch them on the live streams. But this is an absolute gem here to
It's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. I'm telling you, you're going to be able to get motivation like this. Like, we were doing a role play today. We had sales training in the morning. We did a role play this morning. And Isaiah got the I was timing it, and he got his motivation, the seller's motivation, everything within 60 seconds just by following that, right? It just makes sense. Right, it just makes it more natural, and it brings the seller's guard down because you don't sound like everybody else. You sound different.
Facts, yeah.
Right?
Shout out to Isaiah too, bro, because I remember his first call.
Facts.
Right, he always wasn't like that. We all
Facts.
always are not like that, guys. But he consistently shows up. He shows up to the role plays. You guys can too by going to the Discord because Daryl's hosting the role plays every single day, and the community's even streaming it, bro. You built such a good community over in the Discord, and I can't wait to see what you guys have in store for them.
It's a lot coming.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
They not in a